Hello everyone, this is Omega45 and I'm back in Minecraft. This is my FTB Unleashed world with Greg Tech and a couple other mods installed. But I thought I might just give you a little tour. It's a work in progress world right now. This is my just like my starting base. I'm gonna move here in a little while. You're probably wondering why this mountain is so huge. I have advanced terrain generation in as well. And I love it. I mean, the mountains this thing creates is unfreaking believable. Here, I think there's one over here too. I mean, look at this. It's beautiful. I wish Minecraft actually had these kind of worlds. Here's another one. I mean, it's so pretty. Look how high these get. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna stand on top of this tree. I am 214 blocks up. Pretty cool, huh? Built some pretty awesome bases in there. Zisto would love this for his base. Okay, but let's get back. As you can tell, things take a little while to load because I have so much stuff going on. Come on. Alright, there we go. Alright, so this giant tower I guess I'll start with because it's the most big thing in this world. This is my mob spawner, and they are, I think, let's see, what do I, yeah, I'm on peaceful right now just to film this, but I think I have 2 enderman spawners, 2 creeper spawners, and 2 skeleton spawners. They all drop down into ME transition planes, and they all take their fall damage and die. Those will, their items will get picked up, and will just get sent right into my AE system, which is pretty awesome. This is a slime spawner. I'm actually using turrets because they have to break apart, and you can't really use fall damage. I could also use quicksand, but these were pretty cool. These are from the turrets mod, version 3, I think. And yeah, they have a few glitches with them. They fall through blocks every once in a while, but that's about it. These are vanilla hoppers that are going into a chest, into a ME import bus, and they will get pulled into my system. All I use slime for is creating rubber because I didn't want to set up a tree farm. This is a wireless access point. Yeah, I changed the configs on this so I could get farther access. Okay, let's see. Here's my main like AE system hub, I guess. These are all my server racks, or I like to call them. They're just ME drives with all 64 gig storage cells in them. They look a lot like servers though, which is pretty cool. I love them. So when I show you this, you guys might freak out a little bit because this is all legit. But I have 259 million cobblestone, and yeah, I like mining machines. They're fun. You know, I have 15 million glowstone, 3 million redstone dust. I have 2 million iron ingots. I also have 1 million ore and 2 million, or almost 3 million more dust. So, yeah, I'm not gonna be running out of minerals anytime soon. I have 33,000 princesses, so it's pretty awesome. I love it. If I can find it and I can catch up to it, I might go. I might show you my mining machine. But it's about 100,000 blocks away in a Mistcraft world, which is pretty cool. I'm using deep storage units for everything that has a large number on it. So yeah, I also built a mining machine in the Nether to get Nether quartz and netherrack for lava, and I put it up near the top to get tainted soil, so I could use that for scrap. Because with the new Greg Tech changes, you cannot use cobblestone to get scrap, unfortunately, which really is annoying, but well. Okay, so these are all going to get moved eventually because I hate this, but this is just my setup for auto crafting and things like that. Plate bending machines, compressors, assembling machines, smelters, all that jazz. Furnaces. This is just stuff for crafting. It doesn't, except for this, which is just doing cells. This, and I think slimes, this will never have anything just constantly flowing through it. That's what this stuff is for. These are all, why isn't this on? Why is there nothing? Oh, I'm out of gold. Okay. These are my refining systems. they all just, everything gets crushed up and smelted here. They're pretty quick. They're all max over, well, except for these. These have as much in them as you can put in them. They take up a ton of power, but that's all underneath. I'm not going to get into that because it's really hidden. So yeah, I can craft, let's see, let's just go to craftable. I can craft a ton of stuff. Yeah, a lot of Greg Tech stuff, because those things are awful to craft. So I think I have 4 pages. Yeah, almost 4 full pages of crafting recipes. It's actually pretty awesome. Let's see what's something I can craft up real quick. I guess I can have fusion coil. Let's do that. Fusion. Begin. That's going to craft up real quick for me. So, I mean, this is just insane how fast it goes. Let's see, I think I have like 15,000 beryllium cells, 18,000 beryllium cells, which is unfreaking believable. And this is going so fast. Let's see, how much iridium do I have left? I have 964 iridium left. I don't think I'm going to be running out anytime soon. So yeah, this is almost done. These used to take like 20 minutes to craft by hand. So, and I just made one in what, 30 seconds, if even that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's everything on this floor. Let's see, down here is just an MFSU to charge my suit up when I needed it. This is a creosote tank. This is where I was originally going to put my tanks and stuff, but I decided against it. That had oil. This has a little bit of lava left in it. Okay, let's go upstairs. I'm only on 30 frames a second. Ugh, yuck. Alright, this is still going. I should probably shut these off. Let's see. How much? Wow, okay, I have quite a bit. Wow. Alright. So this is how I used to create steel, is I would just pump coal in through these and put iron in through these. Okay, here's my industrial blast furnaces. That's doing tungsten dust, because I'm centrifuging lava. I'll show you that in a second. And then this is doing, what's this doing? Oh, it's not doing anything. Okay, I guess I'll put some of my 305,000 aluminum dust through this. That sounds like a good idea. And that goes, oh yeah, these are max overclocked, by the way. Yeah. Let's see. So, yeah. These are pretty crazy. So, gotta love overclocking. They take up a ton more power, but they work really quickly. Alright, this is, excuse me. I have a little bit of a cold right now, so I'm not feeling too great. This is centrifuging redstone dust, and it is creating, I don't know, we'll see in here in a second. But it's creating, I think, ruby dust and mercury and a few other things. Let's see, ruby dust, silicon, pyrite, ruby, and mercury. So these are super useful. This is what I'm using to create all my chrome. And if I actually set up a grinder, I'll put my mercury through that. This is just centrifuging lava, and I'm getting electrum, tiny piles of tungsten dust, and like tin and copper. So infinite tin and copper, which is really nice. This was doing beryllium when I had my ender farm on, but it ate through all my ender pearls. This is doing bauxite dust, and it's, oh yeah, I put my macerators just on my bauxite, and I think it's all gone. Oh no, I have mined more since then, apparently. Okay, so I have 549,000 bauxite dust to go through, and that creates, here, I'll show you. Aluminum, tiny piles of titanium, and what else? Yeah, aluminum, tiny piles of titanium, a bunch of hydrogen, and a bunch of compressed air cells, which I don't need the air cells, but the hydrogen was nice when I was setting my fusion reactor. So that's pretty much, this is my like main room. I don't spend a ton of time in here anymore, but I used to do everything in here. Alright, this is half done. It's my steam setup. It's pretty laggy in here because of all the liquid ducts. But these are all boilers running off of fuel. And they just the fuel and stuff is pumped in through test racks. There's actually a second little hidden floor to this, and yeah, I had a small accident there. All my acoustic illuminators going into test racks. It's probably overkill, but oh well. I had to use up some materials. So these are all running. I need to set these up. I just haven't gotten around to it because I haven't had a problem with Steam yet. But I'm sure I will in a little bit. I guess we'll go up first. So I've been trying to get rid of some of my, free up some of my cells because I was running out of tin. Because to create cells in Energistics now, you have to use tin plates, and you get 1 for 1. So, you know, I went through 100 and some thousand tin just doing chlorine cells. So there's a lot in there, and I wanted to kind of recoup some of that. So I have liquid mercury, liquid potassium, liquid chlorine, and liquid nitrogen, or gaseous nitrogen, excuse me. So those are all filling up. I'm probably going to put in quantum tanks just to create another buffer. I got really tired of moving my pumps around for oil, so I set up a steam to MJ into redstone cells with solar panels, and under these are let's see. Under these are oil fabricators. So that's creating all my oil, and which gets pumped right into here, and then it will get refined downstairs, which you'll see in a second. You can actually almost see it from over here, into fuel. I also have 2 lava tanks. I actually think I'm just going to fill this entire side up with lava because it looks pretty. I have 2 more ultimate hybrids up here from a long time ago, and let's go downstairs. So this is a room I love this room. It's organized chaos, if you know what that means, and it's packed with stuff. So this was my original MJ setup from before I set up all my steam boilers, and it was just a lava cycling system. And sorry, I keep breathing into my mic. It's a lava cycling system, and it's just netherrack gets pumped into here, gets created into lava. Lava goes back into the magmatic engines. They go into the redstone cells, and the energy goes back into the magma crucibles. So, but I also have my ender pearl, or my liquid ender thing. Oh wow, okay, I didn't know I had those in there. That's really nice. So this is all my MJ production. This is just a transposer. And I should have one for redstone over here. Yep. So liquid redstone's on there. Over here, this is my fusion reactor material setup. It's kind of overkill for 1 reactor, but I wanted some extra stuff to get it going. So when I set up my, second, third, fourth, fifth reactors, I can have kind of a leeway point, so I can set those up and then set up the production afterwards, which I'm actually doing up there, which I'll show you in a second. So here, I'll start over here. So how fusion reactors run is off of deuterium and tritium. And to do that is you need a lot of water, and you electrolyze it. And out of the electrolyzers, you will get, let's see, there's one close to being done. Oh, that just finished. Oh, well, I didn't catch it. What you get out of electrolyzing water is hydrogen, because it pulls the hydrogen out of the water and when you electrolyze it. So I'm using routers because routers are awesome. And oh yeah, I also get compressed air cells. I mean, if you think about it and you electrolyze water, you get hydrogen and air out of it, or oxygen out of it. So those are going back into my system. The air cells are getting extracted in the extractor over there, and then the cells are just getting pushed back in, and then it's extracting the hydrogen cells and putting them into this little system. This is a 100% contained system. It's actually not keeping up with demand right now, but because this is a drop, this was at 71K a little while ago, a few hours ago. And then what happens is the hydrogen cells get thrown into the industrial centrifuges. Excuse me. When they're in the industrial centrifuges, they get turned into deuterium, which is a ion, I believe. Either an isotope or an ion, I can't remember which one it is. But it gets turned into deuterium, which is then centrifuged again into tritium. And tritium is the red stuff. So that's one of the fuels. And then you also have to use deuterium. So I have another setup for deuterium. This should be a 4-to-1 ratio right here, but these kept running out of cells, so I put some extra ones up there. This one just creates deuterium, and I have a ton more deuterium. I have 10,000 buckets of deuterium compared to 3,600 buckets of tritium. These get sent over to my fusion reactor, which is right here. These things are pretty baller. I love them. I don't really need these ones on the outside, but oh well. Yeah, so tritium is getting pumped into these, and deuterium is getting pumped into these. And what it does is you have to, I think it's 40 million EU to start the process, just to start a single reaction. And you can see that in here. This is my EU level. So I have 60 million EU out of a possible 160 million. And how I'm doing that is I just use plasma generators going into superconductor wire into the energy thingies. So those will power back up the reactor, and it takes 128 ticks to make plasma. So you need to, it starts off, it uses 40 million EU, and then for every reaction, or no, and then it consumes 40 or about 4,000 EU a tick continuously. And if you keep that 4,000 EU a tick going into it, it won't pull another 40 million for each process. So that 40 million is like a one-time fee, and then for every tick after that, you need to put about 4,000 in, and we'll just keep going. So it's pumping out a ton of plasma. Each bucket of plasma will create about 8 million EU, and that's more than enough to power this reactor. So, I mean, I have a ton of excess over here. If you look at that, I have 17.6 million, and let's see, if you do the math on that, let's see, that is, if I can get my calculator out. All right, let's see. So 17,600 times, let's say, just 8 million. Wow. Okay, so my calculator won't even do that. It's a big number. It's in the billions. It's about 100 billion. Okay. Google Chrome has stopped working apparently. It's just take my word for it. It's a ton of energy. It's more than I'm ever probably going to use in a long time. And I have a ton of excess, and so I'm running 3 matter fabricators right now, and those are creating UU matter. Each UU matter needs 15 million EU to create. So I had about 1,400 earlier, and I created it all into iridium. So this is about 2 hours worth, I think, 2-3 hours worth of production. So these things are going really fast, and they will take 8,000 EU a tick, something like that. 8192 EU a tick. So, and these produce 4,000 or 2,048 EU tick. So, you know, you put 4 of them together, you can power a matter fab no problem. These were my old setup for EU. They were 6 quad uranium cells. I think like 400 EU a tick from each one. And these would go into these AESUs and then get pumped into this matter fab. So that's my old setup. And then these two, I was going to have a ton of solar panels up here, but I just built my fusion reactor instead. It didn't waste. So yeah, I love those. As you can probably see, I have power crystals, power converters in. These are from the old Ultimate pack. I love them. So these are creating my lava for my tanks and centrifuging up there. More than enough than I'll ever need. These are pulling those 4 elements out and sending them up to the tanks upstairs. And this is my refinery system. So it's pretty slow now, but whenever I put up a new, well, actually I have a 10,000 bucket buffer right there, but when I didn't have that, these were constantly running at full power. So it was kind of crazy for a while, but now they're barely working at all. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, I'll go show you outside. So this is where I'm setting up my new fusion materials production. So as it's 4 centrifuges, these will make deuterium for every 1 tritium. So the deuterium get produced here, and then it'll get shot right here, and this will create tritium. These are going to be separate systems, because if you look over on this one, they're pretty like crazy setup. So it's because I didn't want the deuterium from the 2 different productions getting mixed, and then this wasn't getting enough deuterium because it was all getting just pumped into the quantum tank. And I was actually out of tritium there for a while, so I had to start up my entire fusion reactor again, which was not fun. But these are just running off of plasma, and it's going from tesseract. It's pumping plasma into the plasma generators, which goes into a HV transformer, and then into 4 MFSUs, because you get a packet of 2048, which if you divide by 4, you get 512 a tick, which is what the maxis can take. This is actually to reduce on packet lag, so I need to do this one. But when they're separated like this, they won't all be sharing power, and it'll just be bouncing around all over the place, and some will get powered, some won't. So this really reduces on lag. And then all my cables underneath are all separated. Well, at least they were. I don't know what happened. They were all separated. Something got reset or something, because these were all colored. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that. But each MFSU will output 512 a tick, and then each centrifuge takes 32 EU tick. So you multiply 32 by 16, you get 512. And each one gets exactly enough power it needs. So I'm going to have another line of centrifuges for the deuterium. These 2 are to make tritium, and I'll have another one for deuterium, and then I'll have a ton of hydrogen production over here. So this will be there'll be glass over here and overlooking. I'll make another video when I have this done, and I'll make another video when I move. But I thought you guys might like to see this. So that's pretty much it. So let's go this way. Just give you a little overview of what it looks. I think it's kind of funny how it goes like smallest, smaller, biggest. So, or bigger, biggest, bigger, normal. Which I don't know. I don't really like the look of it, because I'd rather have the little one in the middle and then the 2 larger ones on the side or something. I don't know. I'm crazy with architecture. I'm horrible at designing things, but I'm really good at getting technical systems to work. I'm kind of like Direwolf, but I'm never up to his standards, because he's just the expert in everything. So, yeah. Trying to figure out how to make this look better. If you have any suggestions, please tell me, because I would love to, when I move, I want to actually have a cool looking base that's sprawling and huge. So if you have any ideas, leave a comment, or shoot me a video or something like that. And I will see you guys later. Bye.